All right. Let's let some people file in here. And then Twitter post. Okay. So I'm going to be trying to do some bulk recording. So I'm going to be streaming for a while. Last time we had we played Michigan State and we played an MSU team that overwhelmed us in the second half. And I think just so far on the year, we've done some good work. Levis is completing 58% of his passes, turned the ball over a lot in that Michigan State game. Biggins has been getting most of the carries, 39 carries to 175. And receptions wise, it's been pretty balanced between McIntosh and Davis at receiver. And the one lone tight end staying with us has been DC Tempo. But it's been pretty balanced as far as guys getting open and actually getting downfield. Defensively, we have our great edge rusher, Michael Heldman, and some other guys getting pressures. And we have 3 interceptions so far on the year. Kicking game, we've struggled. 1 of 2 so far, but 6 of 7 on extra points. And 4 of our 17 punts have been inside the 20. Nobody's done anything in a return game. And honestly, with our upcoming matchup this week, we might get in the conference play today, but I know we're going to play these 2. This is a big 3-game homestand for us. If we want to do anything this season, we have to do something against UConn, against Florida International, and against Eastern. Eastern obviously is a rival. But let's take a look at recruiting before we get too far. We're first place on James Goda. First place on Trimble. Nice little Sam linebacker. He's got really decent speed and acceleration to start out with, and he's got really nice hip power to start out with. Good speed and hip power is good for a linebacker. A good strength defensive tackle right here. I went really just in Detroit or in Michigan for focus on this. Good lurker for Daniels. Same with Lamb. I mean, a lot of these guys we were first on their board. We're really trying to get these guys. I mean, this is going to be a dream if we can get this power rusher. 70 awareness, 80 hip power, 78 speed. These are guys that we such only dreams of. I'm kind of hoping maybe the deal breaker kind of takes it with it, the A+ grade. And playing style, hopefully when we do CPU versus CPU, it's not going to bog down too much to, break down my grade a little bit. Playing style too, same with, these playing style grades might drop a little bit, but right now with the guys that we have on our board, we're in first place. I only get 400 hours. I thought this might be the best way to break it up, and then if we do strike out on Toon or Felix, that's when we would break out for, or if we get a big enough lead on, say, like these guys I'm putting 25 in, then I could put some guys on visits, which I'm going to probably do for the Eastern game. So I'm going to start getting guys for the Eastern game for visits. All right. We're gonna go skill points here. I'll just upgrade all the offensive line, and then we'll do defensive line. But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's just pretty much what we're looking at for this week's stream tonight. We're gonna try to get some, at least a couple of episodes done tonight to try and get stuff moving. So Tune and Felix were right there on. We're really ahead on Slater. Some of these guys were their only offer. Hawkinson might be a little bit, but like UAB ain't putting up much of a fight. Eastern's putting up a little bit, but I think we can really just let them. Like, I think this will be a good foundation class for us. I don't think we have anything else. If we look at just play the game. Uniforms wise today, maybe maroon. I think we did maroon and maroon last week. Let's go maroon and gold. And black. We'll go maroon with black. Or maybe. No, they had to be gold. And we don't even have any. We don't have any other helmet. I don't think so anymore. No, we don't have any other helmet. So it'd be maroon jersey. Yeah, I like this. And then they're gonna wear. Oh, they'll wear the white out. Yep. All right. Big 3-game homestand coming up here. I usually just do CPU versus CPU. If it's getting away into a blowout, we'll just go to the fourth quarter. But right now, sit back, relax, trying to bounce back from a game at Michigan State. Third game of the year. As we mentioned in the preview, intercepted 3 times with 5 sacks. If we beat Michigan State, this would probably be a sellout. But a nice test for Levis. Hand off Townsend, gain of 1. Townsend's been getting more and more involved in the running game throughout the weeks. Townsend again up the middle, no room to go. Levis getting the play from the sidelines, critical third down early. Levis lets it fly deep downfield. Almost intercepted. Fair caught at the 44-yard line. And one of our big linebackers, Kowalski versus their running back. That's going to be a big matchup. I think Heldman against their defensive line. Heldman could really just take over a game. and immediately just takes advantage of our secondary, immediately goes into the red zone. Pagano just goes right down the field for 42 yards. And there's that matchup they want us to look out for. Immediately picks off for a gain of 6. 50 yards in UConn's first 2 plays. Pagano hands off to Brown again. Great penetration that time for 3rd down and 5. Chippewas left a little bit stunned. Hopefully a bend don't break approach, but great pressure up front. Gets him for a sack. As Brown gets the sack there and force him into a big field goal try early. And the kick is up and good. So 3-0. You know what? Giving up a 50-yard play at the end of the quarter. I mean, giving up a 50-yard play, you would think they'd be scoring a touchdown on that. Only gave up 3. Levis off play action. Dropped by DeCorian. Levis wanted DeCorian to catch that one. Levis got to start showing he can get this ball. Another drop by Temple. I mean, I think he's got quality wide receivers. Levis into trouble in the pocket, just gets down. Stephon Wright with the sack, and it's going to be 3 and out again for Central. Just can't get of our own way. Fair caught at the 40. UConn has moved the ball against this defense. They've gotten explosive plays. They had 1 on the last drive, which led to 3. And immediately caught by the running back, or tight end, a little bit of screen action. Pagano goes over 50 yards. Not even 4 minutes in. Pagano gets it to Brown. But a great rush up front prevents him to a no gain. 3rd down and 2. Central in a little bit of a dime look defensively. Central getting great pressure up front and finally just wills his way to the quarterback. I believe that was 44 on the defense. I will look it up next time when the stats come up. The point is, we got to stop and a nice little return here up to 25. Best starting field position of the day. Defense has done their job. They've gotten the stops. Now let's see if the offense can do some work. Levis. Oh, no, in the middle. It's caught. That was caught by Lewis for a big game over 30. Where's the offense that scored 45? I know it was against FCS competition, but we have talent. Levis again wants to go deep. Got a man wide open, and it's caught. The corner Temple touchdown. Don't give up on Levis just yet. He wanted to get the corner going early, and he ran a wide open wheel route to get open for 6. 2 plays, 71 yards. Took less than 30 seconds off the clock. Now the crowd's got something to get a little bit excited about. Bars moving up a little bit. Brown again on the carry. Only a 2-yard gain. We got stars. This defense should be able to keep UConn in check a little bit. Short pass, 3rd down and 2. Coming up for UConn. Quarterback run and an option, handoff, and nowhere to go. Chippewas all over that. Brown and friends all over the tackle on that one. Now a punt coming up for UConn. 30, 35, up to the 44-yard line. Chippewas will have their best starting field position of the day. They had that last drive, and they went right down the field. Play action from Biggins, and a deep shot, and it's caught by Lewis for a gain of 30. Big set 20-yard catches for Langston Lewis on back-to-back drives. Lewis is a drive starter. If he gets a big 20-yard catch, this Chippewa offense is humming. This one is to Biggins. Biggins for a 5-yard gain. Labus gets played in from the sideline. Handoff, play action. Labus, good protection up front. Got the man wide open. It's Temple again. Touchdown. For a 13-3 lead. Temple's second of the day. Ran a perfect comeback route. Waited for the ball. Nobody even picked him up from the end zone. And now we are up 14-3. Again, an under a minute touchdown drive. The explosiveness of this Chippewa's offense is there. We went on the home. We were averaging 44 at home. Well, we got 14 points in the first quarter. Again, another quick screen pass. Nowhere to go. Third down and 3. Mel Brown has averaged 1 yard a carry. And in this drive, I'll just let you guys watch. 4th and 2, Chippewas getting the ball back. I will be right back. Temple's big day continues with a big 9-yard completion. Setting up a 3rd and 1 on this next play for Labus. One man in the backfield, that would be Biggins. Labus gets the play in from the sideline. Labus, quick screen pass. That one goes to Lewis. Lewis, lots of speed. Got it up for a 15-yard gain. Lewis is the drive starter. You know, he gets those 20-yard pass completions. That's what gets this offense humming. And the threat of the running game. Biggins on a catch and run for a gain of 4. Now we're starting to really hum on this offense. 14-3. Again, this one is going to Lewis, but that one lost 2. 3rd down and 8. Labus. Trying to lay his ear in there, but it's incomplete. Punt here coming up for Central. And it's going to be out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Not really that great of a punt. Coming back the other way is UConn. 2nd down and 6 as we are approaching under 2 minutes in the first quarter. Brown on a play action. God, he's been running that route all night. Whoever that receiver is, he's got like 4 or 5 catches. He's been working our corners. Great game so far for him. Brown again on the carry. Second down. No running wings for UConn so far tonight. Another quick game. That one's good enough for a first down. UConn really loves to feature the run after the catch. They run a lot of slants and slant and goes to get these or drags and slants to really get their receivers open. Might be something to take advantage of. Maybe a man look to get in the second. There's our first new look off of it. The screenplay goes for 6. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. With a 14-3 lead. Davis playing really good ball. 61% completion percentage. 2 touchdowns. Their quarterback's doing really good. 91 yards. 50 of them was on that one play, though. Key third down here. Screenplay on a third down. Nowhere to go. Great tackle by one of our safeties. And now it's going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to kick this. A big 55-yard attempt, and it's good. We thought we made a push them out of field goal range, but they just kicked it. They kicked it from 55. But no harm, no foul. We get it, and we should have easily took the touchback. We would go up at least by 7 yards. Davis and company, no harm, no foul. Only up 8 as we start the second. Hand off Biggins. Gain of 3. Coins had a big day through the air. Another handoff, and his big day continues. Big half continues. For third down inches. Davis on a power run game. This one goes to Biggins. Got the edge. First down, Central. Biggins got the edge. Got what he was looking for. Davis on an option. Got it to Biggins. Or Cornist. New running back in there was Cornist. Gain of 2. I believe, one of his first carries of the season. Cornist. Straight backfield. Cornist again. No room to go. Third down and 8. Trips to the left. Davis goes to the middle, and it's almost intercepted. And it'll be forced to punt. We're going to watch one more UConn drive. And then we'll go to... I want to try to keep these episodes maybe to about 45 minutes. Maybe try to get a couple games in. If it goes close, we'll go to the fourth quarter. Great. Oh, hold on. Technical difficulty. There we go. First down and 10. UConn at the 39. Okay, a little pickup that I am in the last play. Chip off, bring pressure. Null and void as it just ran a man beater route. Get the ball in midfield. Quarterback is completing well over 90% of his passes. And right now they're matching us first downs to first downs. We've been able to the difference. We've been able to get in the end zone. They've only gotten 2 field goals. UConn Brown out of play action. I see his play there. He wanted to get this little stretch play to the outside. Not there. Heldman's been held quiet so far. Little drag play. Third down. They're down in six. Little screenplay action. Got a flag. We'll see who it's on. Might be holding. Holding on the offense. They are going to accept it, or they're going to decline it. Central is going to decline it to bring up the 4th and 1. And we are just going to stop them anyway. Coach was really positive of a defense. Got to stop. Gives Levis the ball back. Levis getting in play from the sidelines. Levis on a little quick draw of the Corey and Temple. Spins out of a tackle. Big first half for him. Hardy, his 5th catch. Traditional shotgun formation. Trips to the right. Fake handoff corners. This one goes back to DC. After this drive, we will simulate. And we'll see where all stats line up. Hand off Biggins. 3rd and 1. We won't have much time left here if this drive goes the way we want it to go. Levis dropped. Now UConn went for it near midfield. Chippewas are going to go for it near midfield. Levis, 4th and 1. Levis all day to throw, gets rid of it. Got him man wide open. It's Davis. Up over the 20. First down coming up for Chippewas. 14-6 lead. Looking to add. Biggins on the play action. Levis in trouble. Levis just gets rid of it. Levis caught by Corian for a 2-yard gain just to get anything on that play. Corian's having the game of his life. Little screenplay to McIntosh. Nobody on that one. Levis gets plays in from the sideline. Levis, perfect route by McIntosh, makes it a 1st-and-goal. Audible called at the line by Levis. Sends a trip to the right. Trips to the right. Little play action game for McIntosh. Wants to use his friend to get in. Down at the 3. 6 minutes till half. McIntosh back in the slot. Handoff. Nowhere to go. That was Biggins. Levis coming back into it. It's intercepted in the end zone and take off points off the board. Levis with his 5th interception of the year. And, I mean, as we learned from the first episode, with Levis, you take the good with the bad. Just better coverage there by Brunson. And Levis honestly wanted to go to Lewis and just did not have a great read on it. So let's go to the half. See if they can take advantage. Still the same score going in the half. So let's go to the 4th quarter. Still the same score to the 4th quarter. Well, since it's still a 1-possession game, let's go. UConn with the ball, 13 minutes left. Screen game. Nowhere to go. 2nd and 7. I mean, what has UConn been able to do to stop, to get something going? Brown, 17 carries, 49 yards through the first 3 quarters. 3rd down and 6. Airs it out, looking long, and it's caught! Great double coverage there. Just a better result for the offense. A 20-plus yard conversion. Brown play action, tipped at the line, incomplete. Brown again on a handoff for a gain of 6. UConn still in this, down 8. In the red zone. Brown, 4th and 1. Do they take points? They are not taking points. They are looking to be aggressive. Central stopped him earlier in the game on 4th and 1. And they get a conversion out of this if he just goes down. He does. 1st and goal here coming up for UConn. This is where that drive for the Chippewas that could have got them at least points, but it takes the points out the board. We've held Brown in check. 20 carries, 59 yards. Again, a QB keeper fumbles it, and it's recovered by Chippewas. Great defense has been played all game. Our running game has just not been able to get going with Biggins. Again, we're in a run look formation, pass out of it. Labus, screen game to Biggins. Labus has had a nice day, 313 through the air, a couple of touchdowns and 1 interception. Better game than at Michigan State. Handoff Biggins looking for a big conversion. Not there at all. You get the point. You want to drain clock. But you still have 8 minutes. And they're going to get the ball at the 42-yard line. Now, they have not been able to do anything in this second half against this defense. And they got an explosive one right at the get for a 20-plus yard conversion. Just a straight go route for a drive starter. But the running game, that is what's kept UConn out of it. Honestly, and you just saw there that graphic. One of his abilities just down tier to bronze. Third down and 8 with 6:55 left. Big conversion time for UConn. Knocked away. They are going to take the points on this drive. We'll see. I mean, kicker's got a good leg. And it's good. So 3 field goals for UConn today. 14-9. Return from the 10 to the 15, down at the 14-yard line. Labus with 6:41 to go. Labus sets up a screen pass to Townsend. No room to there. Labus gets playing from the sideline. I would look maybe DC Temple on this drive, but they do go to DC Temple and got a first down. He's got a big game, 10 catches, $149, and a couple touchdowns. He's been their number 1 target today. Play action from Labus again. Looking downfield. He's got a man. It's Davis. Davis, one man to beat. Touchdown. What an answer by Tyson Davis. A straight post route outrunning 2 defenders. Labus with a good ball to get him underneath it. And it's just the speed of Davis outran UConn's defenders for 6. We've They've only missed one extra point all year. Perfect today. The incredible quick striking ability of our offense. I mean, we have the 50-yard plays, the 40-yard plays. We have that talent. UConn has been able to drive down the field. They've gotten explosive plays. Don't get me wrong. They've gotten some drive starters, a couple 20 yards, especially in this fourth quarter. They got one right here. That's been the guy that's been killing us most of the fourth quarter. Honestly, he might have like 5 catches already this quarter. Brown again on a handoff. The key is here, down 12. I mean, you need a quick score. Either way you're looking at 2 possessions. You need, you have a great kicker that's gotten you 3 field goals. That's been your offense, and a bad passer, and they feel like they're not close enough yet to try it, so they're going to try to get a little bit closer on this 4th down. And what a catch. Just a great offense there to get the conversion with 4 minutes left. Again, a great hitch route for a pickup of 7. 3:50 remaining. Great route. Just ran between our 2 linebacker and a safety. Gives them a 1st and goal. They're not out of this yet. As we've seen, Chippewas can score quickly. UConn has some talent that they can rely on. Going back the other way and to get in. Touchdown, UConn. Finally, they get on the board in the end zone. This isn't time they're going for 1. To make it a 21-16 game. But unlike the Chippewas, they've had to grind out that drive. Took 2:34 off the clock. Chippewas get a couple 1st downs here. Instead of the 80-yard bombs that they've been scoring touchdowns on tonight. This one might be over if they get a couple 1st downs and UConn's been forced to use their timeouts. Levis goes to one intermediate game looking towards Temple. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. That's big for UConn. Saves a timeout. Levis from the 19 goes to a short gain. 3rd down and 5. Levis over 400 on the day. Big 3rd down and 5 coming up. Chippewas will snap it. Just under 3 minutes. They are going to let some clock run off, though. Trying to get UConn to either burn those timeouts. I think if Chippewas convert, UConn will start using those timeouts. 3rd and 5. What does Levis have called here? Two wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Levis wants the ball. Gets it with 3 on the play clock. Levis has the screen called for Biggins. Biggins, no room to go, and the UConn Huskies will call their 1st timeout. 4th and 3 with 2:31 remaining. Chippewas punt it back to UConn. And they will get the ball in extremely good field position. A touchdown to take the lead with 2:23 remaining. They still have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Little short game started up for a 3-yard gain. And they will go right to the 2-minute warning. If you're the Chippewas and they get behind you, you let them score to give your explosive offense a chance. A deep ball blocked away. But this defense has been competitive. They do not want to. They want the game in their hands. They want to determine this outcome. Heldman wants to be unleashed. 3rd down and 7. 1:57 left. Chippewas bring pressure. He's looking to go downtown. Double covered. And it's still caught. Wow, what a great play call there by the UConn coach. Just outran two Chippewas, got them into immediate red zone offense with 140 left. Brown on a handoff. Not there. Very conservative play call with 110 to go. Brown again on a handoff. They're down in 6. You're going to be looking at under a minute. They're going. This is it. They are very much thinking this drive's going to be the end. They're either going to win it or lose it here. And they fuck Chippewas trying to get to them. That clock management by UConn, you would think they'd be calling a timeout. Clock running 30 seconds. Clock stopped at 32 as they take Dylan Fisher's sack. 28 seconds. Clock still running. 4th and 10. This is not organized football by UConn. Bad clock management. But they play on. UConn looking towards the end zone. And picked off. I believe that was Carroll that just ran up and sealed it for the Chippewas. Yes, Kalani Carroll, our number one corner, has been playing great all day and just intercepted a big ball there. Levis is going to take a knee, and we're going to walk out of here with a W. Cannot stop the clock. And the Chippewas get a big, big win. 21-16. Big bounce back effort from Levis. Going 405. 63% completion percentage through the air. That offense, that touchdown by Davis, I think that really separated them. That was the difference maker. Levis today, 29-46, 405, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I think that was a little bit boneheaded. Running game could not get going at all today. Townsend, Biggins had 14 carries. Townsend had 4. Cornett had 2. Our top 3 running backs had 20 carries for, might as well say, 12 yards. At 20 carries for 12 yards. Through the air, that's where it's really been stopping. Corian Temple had the game of his life in that first half. 10 catches, a buck 49, 2 touchdowns, 62 after the catch, 3 catches, so 3 drops. He could have had 13 catches and more today. Tommy McIntosh, great slot action game. They went right to an adjustment. They went to the quick game if the running game wasn't working. McIntosh, a lot of screens, 6 catches, 27 yards. A lot of them to get the running game going. Lewis, a great down-the-field threat. Good drive starters today. 5 catches, 76 yards. Tyson Davis with a great catch late in the fourth quarter when UConn got that field goal. And then that 73-yard bomb. Tyson Davis got a big catch to get that for Tyson Davis to get that ball in the end zone. That really separated it and forced UConn to really beat down the field, really converted their offense off of that. Defensively, we finished with 3 sacks on the day. Cade Costas, Dylan Fisher, Lawale Brown, and Maddox Blackwell. And Kalani Carroll with a game-sealing interception in the end zone to seal it. Great game for him. 6 tackles and an interception. That's a job well done. And honestly, let's look at the pass deflections because I've seen a lot of safeties and a lot of corners bat balls down. Blackwell had 2. Conrad had 1. Defendies. I will learn you because you're a senior, but at the end of the season, I will learn your name. Brendan had 1. Carroll had 1 as well. And then Kwiatkowski, who I think is going to be a monster. Oh my God, look at this stat line. Kwiatkowski had 17 tackles. He was all over the place today. And then Jayon Jayon was all over the place with 12 tackles. They did not want them to get off the field. How many downs did you play to get 17 tackles? Oh, they don't show that. But 17 tackles. That's like the most I've seen in a game. Like, that's almost a good 2-game stretch. Jackson had 12. Great solid tackler. Blackwell had 10. Lloyd Brown, I don't care. Our defense has been playing well. 3 of 3 in the kicking game. And we had 11 punts today. None in the 20, but 38 on the net. And nobody really had big returns today. Just a solid win. Improving us to 2-1. Let's go to next week. This is 2-1. Big. Maddox Blackwell got active. I'm surprised that Kyle Kowski had 17 tackles. Corian Temple, offensive player of the week. Okay, that one's a little bit more deserving. 10 catches, $120 for tight end. You understand that. All right, so let's take a look. So Gouda took this off his board for place. We talked about this in the first recruiting. This is something that could happen, especially with the deal breakers being placed out. But I have a good feeling like we're so far ahead. UAB has not pushed that we could get this right tackle monster that is, I believe, one of my first priorities. He's got decent. He's good, just as good pass blocking as he is in run blocking, at least from finesse. He's a better, more finesse blocker than he's a power blocker. But he's a great option on our offensive line, and we need great options. Linebacker, we've gone through them. Anybody else taking us off their board? So it's just a 1. So, anybody ready for visits? They are ready for visits. So I think next week, we're going to let this week play out. We'll play FIU, and we'll schedule 4 games, or 4 guys for the Eastern game. That's a rivalry game. And, I think that'll be a great way to end the episode. All right. 2-1. We're 2-1 heading into week 4. We are playing a little bit better team today, but we are at home. And let's just enjoy the walkout. I let the computer just automatically pick the uniforms. Two and 1 Central against 1-2 FIU. It looks like we're going maroon tops. I did not see. Well, they're going their road whites. And we're going white pants. Okay. Returnable. Just down to the 18-yard line. So we got a big win home. We're 2-1 home. Latest and Corian, 10 catches, 2 touchdowns. So they can have better, just as good a game this week against FIU. I will catch up with you guys in a minute. I'm going to get to some editing for a minute, but you guys enjoy the first half of CMU and FIU. Sorry about that. Davis. Looks like we're down 7-0 early. Davis gets the play in from the sideline. Davis with time but under duress and sacked by Lamont Green Jr. Third down and 12. McIntosh in the slot. Davis looking that way. They're going to try maybe to get him rough in the passer, or we're going to get holding, or we are going to get holding. They're going to decline it, take stoppage, and we are just going to be going 7-0 back the other way. Very, very tight battle to start, as they're using their speed and they are gone. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. Just outran everybody on our defense. And FIU has speed. When Chippewas played them last year, that's the one attribute that they always beat us in, was speed. And all of a sudden now, this guy has 5, 6 carries for almost 100 yards in the first quarter. We might be simming out this one early. The quarterback will drop off, third down and 1. Big win last week against UConn. Can we keep the consistency? Screen game. And nobody is there. Touchdown FIU. Good on them. They found a really, really, honestly, I think that's the weakest part of our game as far as our defense. It's speed. Just overall, we do not have the athletes. I mean, these guys come from Florida. They're used to running track. You know, speed is like their number one attribute that they look for to compete in Florida. And honestly, they are putting belt to ass right now. I'm not gonna lie, they are putting belt to ass against CNU, and we'll watch this drive because honestly, when your running back has almost 100 through the first quarter, and our offense is not really giving me any reason for hope, that's a little concerning. As Biggins just did not have any. I was trying to schedule, these obviously aren't the games that Chippewas played this year, but I tried to schedule a little bit of, Conference USA, like Chippewas played FIU last year, so we played at their place. So I thought maybe this would be a good game to play at our place, and with our rivalry game coming up against Eastern, this is not a good sign. Coyan, off a 10-catch game last week, this is not looking good. Consistency. I mean, this is going to be a long, long rebuild, I think. I mentioned in my description of the first video, I want this to kind of be like a championship. Does it have to be like a national championship ending? I would love it for it to be. But, does where is the, like, we need to get consistency first. Like, we have our 2 wins on year are against FCS, Midwest, and UConn. And FIU is coming in here with the run first attack, 7 carries, 96 yards, and already up 14-0, looking to go up more. Heldman finally gets unleashed and got a big sack, stopping them, forcing a punt. Oh. We'll watch this drive by Labor. See if they can just get something. Townsend one of his few carries, but he lost, gained a yard. Is the difference in talent that much though? Like where the running game has not been effective in the last 2 weeks. Like we've seen a game against UConn, and even the game, I would even say a game against Michigan State, where the running game is just not there. Like where we're forced to do this, the quick screen games, the quick screen games to Davis, the quick screen games to Temple, the quick screen games to McIntosh on the outside, just to get some yards. It's making Levis's numbers inflated, I think, a little bit with the run after catch, which is good on him. But sometimes stuff like this happens where they get run after catch and get a first time out of it. But other times they're just reading this. They know the read is going to be a the quick screen game on the outside, and then they take that away, and we have nothing on offense so far. And our only drives that we put up against UConn has literally been quick drives to 80-yard scores that that are not going to be really consistent. And the consistency that we want to build is literally just, hey, let's play a full, and I would say a full 60 minutes, but in this case, let's play a full 54 minutes. I mean, we have 2 victories so far in the year. I mean, I'm not looking for a MAC championship. I mean, I'm honestly not. I mean, the way we're struggling with teams from Conference USA, I would say the Conference USA is pretty much like the MAC. Maybe the MAC is, I would say, at least on that level. Like their teams, like I'm getting us ready for MAC play by playing teams like UConn, who is, I would say, is pretty much a team in the MAC. And FIU is pretty much, I would say FIU reminds me a lot of Toledo, where they have great speed up to the outside. They can really get their offense going early, and if they get their defense right, hell, they're about to go up 17-0 as the kick is up and off the crossbar. So we're getting lucky. I mean, I said in the beginning, this is a big 3-game homestand for us. If we want to do something this season, like honestly, from a bullet game perspective, before conference play starts, this was going to be like our first conference game is next week, and I'm going to have it on our stream today. Levis gets it to DC for first down. He's having a nice game so far as far as from catching the ball, just not getting the yards. I just we're just not getting the running game going. I mean, 2 yards. Oh, I gotta get back into it. My bad. I hit B. I mean, I agree with the guy in the crowd. Let's put 6 on the board. Where is the confidence that where's the confidence to throw the ball down the field? Davis is our deep star. Lewis is a great 5-star for us. He's got a lot of catches this year, over 10 yards, and we're just not getting time. FIU gets the sack, stops us on 3rd down, and we're going to punt the ball away again. Honestly, I'm going to sim it. I'm honestly going to sim it. It's just down 14-0. I want to see us. I want to see us just. I'll go to the next quarter. I'll see. The running game isn't even going in sim. Like that's like the concerning part for me. Is like we're not getting anything at all going. They're down 17. We got a touchdown, so we're only down 17-7 at the half. Let's go to the 4th. They get a field goal. Who's got the ball? We'll watch a couple possessions of the fourth. And they got the ball 3rd and 13. 20-7. Oh, that could have been picked up by Kyle Walker. Kyle Watsky was one of the best linebackers. Finally, we get a punt. But, that's been there. Like, we get 4 stops all day. It's the offense that's not getting it done. This guy wants to be big man on campus, wants to remain a starter. This is a big fourth quarter for him. Brock Townsend, great move to force a break a tackle. Latest today, after a 400-yard game last week, only a $150 through the year today. Levis, screen game. The DC got 3 yards. Or lost 2, actually. Lost 2 yards. So now it's 3rd down and long. So now it's like literally verticals. It's a vertical concept, but that's a great roll. Great catch by McIntosh. That's what, if we could get time, just push the ball down the field, fellas. Levis gets to play in from the sideline. Levis, quick gain again for McIntosh. Gain of 3. I think that's that's a good route for him because he's 6'5". So if he puts the ball out there, you're at least getting a couple yards just off his frame. Keeps the ball moving forward. Davis, a good speedster. Almost breaks the first down. Remember last week, Tyson Davis had that big 78-yard catch in the fourth quarter that really put the game away against UConn. Davis, not going away from the running game, goes off the play action, got time, got to get rid of it. 4th and 7. He had time. Nobody broke open. And we're going back the other way. It's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. I mean, FIU, they've been playing pretty much vanilla. Owens has been held in check. We said Owens might go for 400. He's only had 30 yards since the beginning of the fourth quarter. Or since first quarter. But of course, here's the speed. That's the difference. When they get a lane, they can run and run for a while. Touchdown FIU. That's the speed that we do not have. That track speed to be like, let's get. I think he just ran a go route. He just ran a straight go route on this. Yeah, he ran a straight go route. Couldn't contain him. No safety help back. And literally Perry, whatever, they just ran it. It's just straight. We have no answer for FIU speed. At least today. So, 20 points, fourth quarter. It's not impossible, but 3 possessions in 10 minutes. We'll go a little bit of normal, see what so 1st and 10, pass knocked away by their starting safety. 2nd and 10. 13-yard reception. The Langston Lewis. That's our drive starter. 37. 4-yard by it. Oh, they got the ball back. Interception by Brian Blades. Oh my god. Even in sim. Okay. Let's All right. Let's get this done. 30-7. We at least make the seminar start. No. Okay. Yep. 30-7. I'm totally fine with that. 2-2 through our first two games. We're 2-1 at home, 0-1 on the road. Alex Perry, I mean, he obviously had the big one in the fourth quarter, and they honestly get a big win to straighten their season out of 2-2, and we dropped to 2-2. There's still a lot of season left. Oh. Still a lot of season left, but recruits are probably not going to like that one. 30-7. Let's just go. I don't think I have any more coach points. I don't deserve any after that one. And that's the thing. Like, the first thing we upgraded, maxed out the O-line. So they should be playing at least a little bit better. 2-2, I know. But we're playing the MAC. Start playing the MAC. So we're done with non-conference. Gouda still has us locked out. And I think it's time we start going after some recruits on some visits. So I think we can get a couple. 10. Okay. So we're going to have to do some finagling of hours to get. Is that 4-star ready for a visit? He is. So if we did. He wants one. I think. I don't want. Let's go against Buffalo. I think that's too late in the year. UMass, and we'll do the. I think this is the one that's playing time. So we will do the position meeting. Felix is also ready for a visit. I think we'll also schedule for. And playing style actually is a great grade for him, so we will schedule that. So now we got to finagle some hours around to try to get some visits this week. See if who we have a nice lead on to. Maybe we can go down to like 10. Eastern is really climbing back into the Daniels race. JJ Lamb is not really going away to where I can take points off. Same with Tone, same with Felix. Slater. We're not. Okay, I think we can go down to 5 for this one. Nobody else is offered. So, I mean, I think we're really going to be going down at the bottom of the barrel for, like, we're looking for. If I'm offering you 10 a week and nobody else has offered you, I am literally going to cut that in half. Biggins, is anybody else? Yeah, I don't want to take anybody away because 4 teams have offered. We still got. If I go down to 10, I mean, we got a good lead, but I want to keep it. 3 teams have offered from Monroe. I think we could go back to 10 for this guy. And then, like, that's still a decently close race as far as Hawkinson. All right. So we have 45 hours to schedule some visits, and I want to try to schedule visits this week. So if we schedule a visit, I can't schedule a visit this weekend. Nope. Because I'm not done. I should have done this last week to prepare us. And we only have 2 home games left. Oh boy, I'm an idiot. Well, you know what? Well, let's make one of those big weeks a bye week. So some of these guys, 10, the proximity to home, family visit. Boom. Another 10. And it's a complimentary visit. Proximity to home. Bang. other 10, complimentary visit, proximity to home. I think we'll do this one would actually help. Proximity to home. So we have 4 guys visiting next week. So we at least, we can get. Oh, we can at least get something. I mean, we're gonna start doing, and I'll just put the other 5 in there. So, I mean, we still got 18 guys on our board. We're still in the lead for. Gonna go to everybody. Go to lock us. He didn't lock us out, but we're still first on his board because we're his only offer. But I think first for 18 guys through 4 weeks of the season, I think we're doing pretty good on the recruiting trail. And I just, we just had that big offer. Serious question, though. Do we let... Because I think the running game has just been like 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And our running game has been absolutely abysmal through... Like, Biggins is not getting anything going. Townsend maybe just as effective, but Cornist is not even getting any carries. And then, like, we're literally going McIntosh on screenplays, Davis on screenplays, Corian on screenplays. So Corian's actually having a better year than I actually thought he would. I thought that would be almost his whole season. I'm not going to give it to Glazer or Flores. But our running game is very, very much struggling. And I think there is a little trick. I don't think I can do this because they're actually... This guy is literally a pure runner. He's got great change of direction, decent break tackle, break sacks. He's got decent speed. He's just riding on our bench. If I can make him a running back, I just don't think I can. No, he's locked in a quarterback. See, he's like he the better thrower is obviously by far is obviously Levis. So we have to keep Levis the starter. But the way Central played this year, they went with the 2 quarterback system for their running game. Like when their running game was struggled, they would bring Flores in, and I just don't have a package for Flores. At least not without a user playing the game. I could bring Flores in a lot. And honestly, we know we can run QB power a lot to go through it. But our running game is struggling. It is very much struggling. And honestly, there's not really much separation between Biggins, Cornist, and Townsend. I want Cornist to stick around. He's only a sophomore. I'm going to keep it the same for this week against Eastern. But next episode, this will be the last game of the stream. Last game of the first stream. Last game of this episode. You guys get 3 for 1. Let's just play it out. We're at home. We're playing start playing the Mac. And honestly, this is where conference play is going to take off. And we're going to get to this. This is one of my favorite rivalries to do. We're going to play Western and everything next week or next episode. I want us to go. I want to see how we start before we get to watch them, because we've seen through the first 2 weeks of this homestand, the running game hasn't just not been there. So let's see if we can even be competitive against Eastern. Eastern, we got 3-0, 10-0, 17-0. Okay. I think they deserve to be watched when you're up 17-0. And we get the ball starting to go to second. We got to see how the running game's going. I'll bring up stats in a second. Levis crossing play. Levis only has 53 yards passing. So maybe my threat to bench worked to get this offense going. I mean, we're a MAC play. There's no more games to screw around here. Like, we're in MAC play. Looking for Davis out of the backfield, no way to go there. Is it something where if we watch them, that the running game just goes tipped at the line, knocked down, third down at 10? And a great look there by Big Ed's a great route, first down. You get a touchdown, almost at the half. Big Ed's did get the edge. Big Ed's isn't even rushing that much either. 6 carries for 14 yards. So it's not. I don't know what it is. I mean, we're only getting like 3 a carry. Townsend ain't getting nothing 5, so it's like we are focused on running the ball. I thought I chose a good, like, central designation in actual running plays, like actual rushing plays. So I thought I'd pick a playbook that actually represented that. Like, that actually represented power running, like a vertical power run game. So that's the playbook I chose. And off the penalty of the pass interference, they get a first down to 1. Nothing there on first down. Will be second down and goal. Again, power running. Biggins. This one he does not get in, down at the 1. It's the goal line. I mean, if we just are overpowered, Levis finally gets in. Touchdown. You know, he's got to like that. 2-2. We played a lot of home games so far, though. 4 of our first 5 are at home. And we're only 3-2 to show for it. Well, if we win this one, Let's go to half. (24-3, 24-10, 31-10, 34-10. Okay. We'll go to the fourth, see how competitive it gets. 34-13, 37-13, 37-16. I think we can just go right to the end of the game. 44-16, 51-16. All right. So we won that one. 51-19. Central just dominated Michigan, Eastern Michigan. We had 15 first downs. We didn't really do much on offense. Only 300 yards. We ran the ball 41 times for 114 yards. We're still getting only 2.8 yards a carry. We were effective through the air, 20 for 35 for one touchdown. We converted a lot of. We only got one red zone touchdown. Oh, we got red zone touchdowns and one field goal. They didn't turn it over. It's just where did we win this game? Going away. Levis 213, one touchdown. And I think this is our answer. Biggins had a decent day. 17 carries, 89 yards. And I think, honestly, he outplayed Townsend. 17 carries, 89 yards. You know, I still use the keep it fresh motive for backs just to keep, you know, I do have wear and tear on. So 17 carries, 89 yards. That's honestly his best, one of his better games of the season. Townsend had a freshman game, 12 carries, 19 yards. Receiving wise, DeCoyon, honestly, is becoming our number one receiver. 7 carries, or 7 catches, 67 yards. Davis is the little drag routes. Lewis, if he can get open down the field, he gets 15 yards a pop. Defensively, Kwiatkowski has just been a monster all year with 11 tackles. We got 2 today from Hellman. That gives him, I don't have his stats right there. But Brennan got another interception. Just a great performance. Great MAC opener for us to go to 3-2. And we are going to go through our bye week. Let those visits happen. We're going to set up the visits for UMass. And then I'm going to switch over to our NBA 2K for our rebuild over there. All right. Recruiting wise, anybody else that would take? I guess we can do 15. Let's do 15. Let's get you scheduled. It's a complimentary visit, and you like proximity. I want to get these three-star guys. Let's get Buffalo. You know, I think, except this visit, I don't know how we're winning on this one, honestly. Because we have no grades that are even going to be close. I think we'll just try for the pro potential. Frenchie. We could try pro potential. Meet some alumni. Maybe come to homecoming. That would be our next home game. I think UMass would be our homecoming. So we already have 4 players. Okay, so we could even go. I just want to schedule out our visits for the remainder of the year. So we can even go there. We only got 6 left to visit. Complimentary. Man, if we can actually somehow pull the upset against Buffalo. That would be great. All right. Oh, wait. I still got 5 hours. And we actually have a road game before we even get to our first bye. So I am actually going to, before we get too far into Mac play, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the stream up. I just want to thank you guys for, following along with my alma mater, Central Michigan, in our first year. I think we did pretty well. Through our first 4 out of our first 5 home games, we went 3-2. We're 1-0 in the MAC. Obviously, a big game against Akron next time. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Leave a follow if you did. And stay tuned, though. Stay around the channel because I'm going to start up another stream for NBA 2K and our Honolulu Breeze rebuild. So stick around, and I will see you guys there.